Hi there, Cinema Ranger here. I had hoped to do my analysis of Frozen 2 in a tight-knit forest of aspens, but I live in Illinois, so this gnarled birch will have to suffice. Maybe you're surprised I'm going to tackle a film like Frozen 2, but there are no films I'm afraid to take a look at, and I think this is a pretty good movie. There's some neat symbolism in it that's worth sort of addressing. Just a quick review though. It's a good movie. The plot is whipped cream thin, but it's a kid's movie. It's got to be accessible to 5-year-olds. So I think on that level you can forgive it. Beyond that, it's got some great songs and some really rich mythic imagery. The forests, the lakes, the dark water. It's just a beautiful film to look at. One of the cool themes in the film is memory, and it's represented by a host of great motifs. There's songs about memory. There's the North Wind remembers. There's the whole plot of the film really is about how we remember things, or the idea of character being a memory. And both Ilsa and Anna struggle with the remembering their mother. At first, they don't recognize her in the ice sculpture. And I think at the end of the film, there's this photograph as well, which is sort of plays into the idea of how I remember things. And of course, the sequences where they revisit the frozen people, and so memory is just an integral theme throughout the film, and it's sort of a good introduction to young viewers to the idea of a motif and how something can be represented in different forms throughout the film. So if you watch it, look for all of the ways that memory is represented in the film. However, in terms of an analysis, I think the thing that really struck me in watching this was the way that it sort of altered the perception of the goddess archetype. And I'm talking about Joseph Campbell's goddess character, who classically would be found in the woods. As the hero goes on their journey, they would encounter this great matriarchal figure who would be full of wisdom and benevolence and nurturing magic. But in this film, Ilsa is the goddess, and she is definitely not in the forest. She's in civilization. She starts off in this village, and she's got this longing to get out there in the world. She wants to go into the unknown. And I think there's sort of like almost like a meta reckoning there. Like, she knows she doesn't belong among people. She knows she belongs in the forest where the heroes go, so she can be found by the hero as they quest her. She can bestow that great magic upon them. So I think one way to sort of think about Frozen 2 is, in some ways, what we see with the film is it's a restoration of the goddess to her traditional place. And I don't mean that in some sort of anti-feminist theme. I mean, she's this great archetypical character who's displaced in the world of people and is better suited in the world of magic, in the world of myth, in the world of fairy tales, in that magic forest. That's where the goddess can be found, and that's where she's both most comfortable and most useful to everyone, to herself and really everyone that she cares about. There are other Campbellian archetypes in there. That wind that sings to her, Ahtohallan, I think it's called. That's sort of like the herald, and of course the grandfather represents the shadow. The best kinds of villains are the ones that echo the protagonists, and so I appreciated that in Frozen 2 as well, that it's a family drama, and it's not just between Anna and Ilsa though, it's also between how they perceive their ancestors, and that's a really important question that I think young people need to ask themselves and look at. So lots of great things going on there. Anyway, I'm the Cinema Ranger. I hope you like this video. If you do, please subscribe or watch the others, and let me know what you think in the comments below, and hope our paths cross someday.